Hello, 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 everybody. We are back with more Animal Crossing. Hope you guys have been enjoying the Animal Crossing. I know it's a definitely a favorite of some people. Definitely, people really like the OG Animal Crossing, and I can't blame them. It's a great game. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Welcome back to the Iceberg to Seshi, who apparently is already here. Cool. How's it going? How's life treating you over there, Seshi? But yeah, hope you guys enjoy watching some old school Animal Crossing. No! I need all my letters! It's super important that I have all my letters at all times. Torso of a mammoth. I wonder if I need that one. Seshi says I'm pregnant. Well then. Congrats? I guess suppose. It's your town, September 23rd. Well, that was like a week ago, so I think we can appropriately throw that away. Staggered torso. Never gonna visit. Ow! Ellie moved out. What the fuck? It's upsetting. Come here, you. Look at all these guys, Jesus. There's so many of these dragonflies just hanging out. Get back. I'm just loading up on dragonflies. I'm gonna single-handedly destroy the population. I wonder if they put the bridge in. I know Tortimer was talking about putting it in. Let's go check that out. Hi, Yuka. Well, Yuka's pissed. Bummer. Real tragic. Bottles is like, fuck you. I'm gonna watch this dragonfly. What would be really funny would be to watch, like, the little animals just, like, fight it out. That'd be great. God, there's so many of these red dragonflies. What errands do you have? How are things? With just a little more effort, things could be better. What does that even mean? A grasshopper. I want a grasshopper. So Bendy was pretty cool. Played that yesterday for our Frightening Fridays, and I think I was impressed with it. It wasn't. We ended up playing through Chapter 3. Chapter 3 was released 2 days ago now, I think. And it wasn't as scary as I had been, like, led to believe by, like, the trailer. But I also was, like, I was playing very, very smart, I think, was part of it. But I also think, because the unexpected thing was that there were actually there was a choice you could make. Oh, hell yeah. I'm okay with that. But yeah, there's a choice you can make. You can either go the path of the angel, or you can go the path of the demon. And depending on which one you do, I think depends on all the events after that one decision. So, I think the moment in the trailer that I saw was in the path of the demon. So I think I'd like to go ahead and replay Chapter 3. Chapters 1 and 2 are linear, where there's no real like decision making like that. But I would like to see the path of the demon. I want to see how it turns out. What trailer? Waka, I'm talking about the trailer for Chapter 3 of Bendy and the Ink Machine. Also, welcome back to the Iceberg, good sir. How's life treating you, dude? Let's go donate these bugs before I forget. But yeah, if you look up like the trailer for, well, actually, if you look at the Chapter 3 trailer that's posted on Steam, it shows like a bit of, apparently they decided to like take it upon themselves to actually make a short cartoon with Bendy and Boris the wolf, if I remember correctly. And then after that, they show like this super intense like chase scene where the person like barely gets away, and it's just like really fucking creepy. But yeah, Walker, what did you think of Bendy? Do you like it? Do you like watching people play this sort of thing? Walker says, I've been doing fine, just fucking around Skyrim Fireheart DLC. That's cool, dude. Yeah, I never got any of the Skyrim DLC. Might there be anything else you wish to donate? Hell yeah. It's an okay game. Yeah, I think so too, Waka. I definitely like the aesthetic of Bendy, and I don't know, I like having a weapon in a horror game. It makes me feel like safer, like I'm not completely fucking vulnerable. Which I guess is, it kind of takes away from the scary though, is the like counter argument for that. That being said, the dying in that game wasn't really that scary. Like, I don't know, you just kind of die immediately. Like, your screen just basically gets inked out by Bendy, and then you just revive at one of his statues. And for that, it was just kind of like, there was no real fear of death, because in the game, you just kind of, the screen goes black and then you start afresh, and you start anew. That was the only real complaint I had about it. That being said, I am interested to see what Chapter 3 looks like if I take the demon path. Yeah, I definitely want to see what that entails. What am I doing? Not the scary, but okay, it reminds me a lot of BioShock, but that could just be me saying, would you kindly a lot during your playthrough? Maybe. I would say it's similar to BioShock, especially for the sake that you actually have a weapon to work with during at least part of your playthrough. So in that sense, I would say it's similar to BioShock, but outside of that, I really don't see any correlations. Because BioShock is a very different atmosphere. Yeah, like, I don't know. Aside from it being a horror game that you have weapons to work with, I don't really see anything similar to Bioshock, personally. That being said, like, someone else came in and said it had a Bioshock feel to it yesterday, so I feel like it is that where you have a weapon but it's still a horror game, which that's actually pretty uncommon. Unless you look at like something like Resident Evil, in which case you always have a weapon. Um, you just are short on like ammo, that sort of thing. All right, let's see if we have a mammoth torso. I don't think I do. Hell yeah, I think we're gonna finish the mammoth real quick. All right, the stego is all done. And I'm pretty sure the other one was a dinosaur track, and we have all the little fossils, so that's good. All right. So then we're missing the left pteranodon. Yeah, the Terra left wing. What's scarier, Bendy or Outlast? I would definitely say Outlast because, like I said, Bendy, you get a weapon. Like, a weapon is a sense of security. At your worst case scenario of being attacked by something, or being chased by something, in Bendy you can fight it. In Outlast you have to just haul ass and you're just scared the entire time. So I definitely would say Outlast for that reason. Yeah, that's definitely, games definitely do that intentionally, where they don't give you anything to work with as far as a weapon is concerned, because it makes you feel far more vulnerable. You can't defend yourself. So it's definitely a good way to make sure that people stay scared during their gameplay. Because for me, you know, there were definitely like some like creepy aspects to BioShock, like the original one. But eventually it was like, well, my guns and stuff are strong enough where it's like I'm not scared because I know I can protect myself, that sort of thing. Waka, okay, again, what's more scary, or what's scarier technically? Bendy or Five Nights at Fuck Boys? I'm guessing you're talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. I've actually never played Five Nights at Freddy's, but it looks fucking scary. And it has, Five Nights, like, FNAF has done really well for itself. I think there's like 5 or 6 of them now. And it's just like, holy shit. Isn't it like a little browser game type of thing? Like, I feel like it is, but I also feel like it's not. Alright. Let's try to find this magic rock. So, I was playing with some stuff earlier. I was actually trying to make it so that I could get Nookingtons on my game, but it was being a pain in the ass. Which is a downside. It's a bummer. But hopefully I can get that figured out sometime soon. But yeah, I would definitely say Outlast has a great formula as far as how to keep people scared. Just because, like, I mean, first of all, you're surrounded by people that, aside from like the wall rider, you're surrounded by people that could be anybody. Anybody could be just out of their mind, because you don't have to look a particular way. Even though they do change how they look, you don't have to look a specific way to be crazy. And so I'm surprised they didn't play on that more, to be honest. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely, I do like this bridge. I'm really glad I got this put here. It's going to help me out with my fishing. But yeah, definitely Outlast is great algorithm, because like the constant like drive to move forward, if not for completing the game, by itself, then you at least have the drive to push forward so you can at least find batteries so you're not left in the dark. And it kind of keeps you moving forward, but it also keeps you scared, like I was saying before, because, you know, one, it's fucking dark as shit in that game. Two, it is, what do you call it? It creates an atmosphere where you feel vulnerable, because all you have to work with is a camera, a camcorder. And when you can't protect yourself, that's when you feel vulnerable, and that's when you feel scared. And so I think that it's a great way of keeping someone terrified. I think if I was to do something like that, I think I would want some sort of way of having a more... Alright, what's scarier, Outlast or Trey coming into your room wearing Amber's bikini while doing one of Korach's anime's dances? Definitely gonna say, Outlast. That'd be pretty funny. If he was doing the dance in the bikini, it's just like, that'd be pretty rough. I don't know if that's necessarily scary, or if it's just like super cringe. Like, that's pretty bad. That's when Trey's like, I'll take $400. A mini alloyed. Let me check these guys out. Hey, Buck. So apparently Ellie moved out. That's kind of a bummer. I have a sheep in my town. This is a girl. Eunice. Is this the first time we've met, Lamb Chop? Because you don't look all that familiar. I'm always happy to make new friends, Lamb Chop. Nothing more important than friends. Shut up, Eunice! You nice? I need to stop being so fucking lazy. I have this problem where if I just like sit around and shit all day, that I just feel fucking exhausted. And it's weird because like if I'm up and moving, like getting my heart rate up and whatnot, I feel fine. Trey's still out of town. Yeah, he is. I think they're gonna get back either tomorrow or Monday. I'm not really sure when they're gonna get back, to be honest. Oh, it's the last day of the month. Oh, hell yeah. Do I have any of these tickets? God, I fucking hope so. Chances of me winning that are fucking small as shit, though. Jesus, when did Skyrim turn into Minecraft? What do you mean by that, Waka? Like collecting materials or something? Come back. You asshole! There's no way that's all of them. I like in the newer games. Wow, I have like 0 September tickets. No, Wetzel, he's actually playing Skyrim while he's watching the stream. So I'm not really sure what he's talking about. It may be like a DLC thing. Because he said he was trying out the Heartfire DLC, I think is what he said. Also, welcome back to the iceberg, Mr. Wetzel. Oh god, I can't fucking sell anything. Fuck you, you piece of fucking back attacker! Alright, we're gonna do a little time traveling. I want an NES game. I don't know if it'll be there when I'm done though. I might just say fuck it. Fuck it! Yeah, in the Fireheart DLC, you need to collect stuff to build your house. That's interesting. What if you had to, like, build your house out of the materials? That'd be ridiculous. Collect and build it, just not worth the money for the DLC, and I got this for free. I gotcha. Yeah, the DLC is like, if I remember correctly, it's... shit, let me... Trilobite, garbage, Skull of T-Rex, money, Skull of the Pteranodon, money. Money! Yeah, if I was to get the DLC, which I probably will in the future, I would end up buying the Special Edition, since Special Edition has all 3 of the original DLCs, and it also has the, what do you call it? I want to look at those still. It has, the remaster, and it's all, like, if you get it on sale, it's like $20, I think, if I remember correctly. Boom, 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 boom. It's dead as shit tonight. Oblivion is more worth than any of Skyrim's DLC. I mean, I'd be surprised if that wasn't true, to be honest, considering Oblivion's a standalone game and the DLC is extra content. T-Rex skull, Pterodactyl, Trilobite. Oh shit! I done goofed it. You can't throw away letters in here? God damn it, Nook. Why do you have stupid rules in your fucking store? Nook's a dick. Give me letters. What? I said yes. Blue bench, super exciting. Oh my god. I just want to throw things away. Ooh, mantis. Hello. Goodbye. I can't remember if I get a raffle ticket for buying the, what do you call it? The different, like, pieces of carpet and wallpaper. Most of Skyrim's DLCs just remakes of past Elder Scroll games. Dragonborn is a remake of Morrowind's DLC Blood Moon. I mean, that doesn't surprise me, to be honest. I mean, one of the, like, recommendations... Yeah, you do get a raffle ticket, okay. One of the recommendations for being an efficient programmer that I've, like, picked up in school is to, like, reuse stuff. And I mean, I'd be very surprised if that wasn't applicable in a business sense. But, like, as far as, like, quality content, it's not smart when you're charging for that sort of thing. But at the same time, you can't really call it stupid, because, like, how many people played Skyrim that also played Morrowind? I would say there's a very small percentage. I could be wrong, but like I know, like, my friends, I don't know if any of my friends have played Morrowind, but I know a lot of people that have played Skyrim. So, I mean, it makes sense to do stuff like that. Granted, you're more loyal people, or people that are... Can y'all... Jesus, what are y'all doing? Here. What are you doing, kitty cat? But yeah, your more loyal people are the people that are gonna get upset with that sort of thing. Like someone like you, Waka, who's played through some of the older games. Speaking of that, if anybody wants the very original Fallout, apparently they're celebrating its 20th anniversary today, and it's free on Steam until midnight. So, if you guys want that, hop on that. Oh. What are y'all's deal? Cats are just like tripping balls right now. I swear. Get out of my inventory! But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Bethesda has sort of gotten lazy. Either that, or they're working on something really big. Hey! Fucker! Damn cat. Either that, or they're working on something really big, and they're just trying to push along what's already been successful to, like, fund whatever their new project is. Because honestly, I feel like it'd be very hard to outdo Skyrim as far as, like, quantity of like, quests and content and stuff. Yeah, like, Skyrim is just fucking absolutely massive. I kind of agree with you, but it was put in there to please old fans and introduce some old content, but some of the new people will not get anything from it because it mentions a lot of Morrowind's lore, like places and people. Gotcha. Then yeah, that doesn't really make sense. Why would they do that then? giving that consideration. Because if it's a throwback, like sort of a Hail Mary for people that are familiar with the series, then yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it made people more familiar, like if it helped people get more interested in the older game, that sort of thing, then it would make more sense. Maybe that's what they were aiming for, was as like a they were trying to get like a twofer going. Whereas like on one hand they were appealing to the older people, where it's like they're making references the only people that had played Morrowind would understand, but also they would like refer to Morrowind and hope that people would go out and buy Morrowind based on the DLC. Outside of, if they weren't doing the second option, then yeah, that doesn't make sense. Then it would only be there for the sake of the people that did play Morrowind, and in that sense, like it would have been fine had they done like the lore references and generated new content, but to completely like reuse a lot of shit seems kind of lazy. But that being said, I don't really know. Like, I'm just kind of going off of what you're telling me, so it's hard to say one way or another. But I will say the general conception right now by a lot of people, not just me, is that Bethesda's being fucking lazy. Like, I wonder if they're finally updating their engine. Aw, my little tree died! Fuck. Yeah, I was thinking this was a bad spot. I'm pretty sure I tried to plant a coconut tree there at one point, and it didn't work out. But that's where it goes. Alright, we're putting this shovel away because it's being a pain in my ass. I slipped and fell off the boat again. It was sharks or pirates or something. I love Gulliver, he's such a dork. Rough and rugged, yeah. Let me ask you, Josh, the events of the Blight Curse, I believe you missed a word there. Nick says, I'm in Texas. That's cool. Welcome back to the iceberg from Texas. Don't melt anything. Play Sturdy Valley. Never! Ooh, I got something special. Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. Just tie him to the fucking boat. Animal Crossing ripped off that game. You're right, dude. Absolutely right. Shogi piece. That's cool. I think I know what that is. I think that's what the Shogi, I think, is the game that they play in Animal Crossing. Naruto. It's Shikamaru and his dad play that, I think. Hi, Allie. Allie, goddammit! Fuck. Okay, I guess I'll take the stupid camera. Do you know the events of the Blight Curse? No, I don't think so, Waka. I mean, it sounds familiar, but I can't remember right offhand. It's been a while since I've played through... Like, I played some stuff in Skyrim recently, but all I played was the stuff in Blackreach, which is really cool. I actually really liked that quest line. Furniture, woo! Dude, I played this game so fucking much back in the day, kitty chair, that I almost had the entire catalog filled out. I played this game entirely too much. It's a great game though. Especially, it was great for its time. Like I says, if you go to Bethesda's website, you can you left out a word there again. You can, the Elder Scrolls Arena and Daggerfall, if you want to check them out. Not only that, I'll send you Morrowind as a donation. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Dude, I'll totally take Morrowind as a donation. Alright, Shogi piece goes in my house. You can get the Elder Scrolls Arena and Daggerfall. What are those? Just out of curiosity, I don't even know what they are. Well, I have a shogi piece. Let's check and see what it looks like. It's definitely bigger than I expected. Oh, I wanted to look at these guys. I like the sound it makes. I don't really like the way it looks, though. I definitely don't like this one. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I keep this little guy? Ding! I feel like the cats are just being completely free. They're the first two Elder Scrolls games. Oh, okay. Hang on a second. I want to see what the fucking cats are up to, because they keep making like weird fucking noises. Animal Crossing, Resident Sleeper, feels Harvest Moon. What? You don't have to worry about missing out on Morrowind's DLC because this bitch got it all on one little disc. What do you mean by that, Waka? Holy shit, there are 3 people in 1 acre. I didn't even know that was possible. I don't want this guy. Fuck him. Get out of my house! Are you saying, like, it already, like, has all the DLC or whatever? Or something? I saw all that stuff. Yep, has them all. Cool. Oops. You know, it would be a great making Flippy play. Well, you know what would be great? Making Flippy play Arena 100%, no fast travel. I feel like that would be awful. I don't know specifically, but I get the feeling it would be miserable. Also, welcome back to the Iceberg Core Hatch. I don't believe I welcomed you back yet. But how's it going, dude? To take it into perspective, any percent no fast travel in that game would probably take at least a year. Well then. It sounds awful. God. No! I broke the flower. Why am I so stupid? A year in total time. Oh, so not even like an actual year of just playing regularly. That's a lot. Is there a bug? Yep. Is it roly-poly? I really want to play Minecraft. Yeah, I've actually considered streaming Minecraft, but I streamed it back in the day with like the Windows 10 edition. That way I didn't have to worry about like IPs and whatnot getting out. But Minecraft, like as a streaming game, is not really worth it. It's not very fun. It's at the Windows 10 edition is actually, if you're okay with vanilla, it's definitely better in certain ways than the original. It's optimized way better just because it, like, when Microsoft got a hold of Minecraft, they pretty much just ported it over into C++ as opposed to Java. Quartz says, well, vanilla isn't fun, but if you do a mod pack like Feed the Beast, it's hella fun. I mean, vanilla, it is fun. Like, in my opinion, it's fun. Like, I've played a decent amount of the Windows 10 edition and just played things that I just never really touched on because I never really took the time to get into them, like potion making and like the fishing and stuff like that. Just stuff that I never really gave a shit about before. But since all the achievements are linked to like Xbox Live and that sort of thing, it's easier to see the achievements and they stay permanently, which the original Minecraft didn't really even do that great a job of like keeping the achievements, if I remember correctly. At least it never did for me. I would constantly get them over and over, and so it was just annoying. So I never really gave a shit about them, but since they stayed, since it was through Xbox Live, I heard that pretty much everyone hates what Windows has done to Minecraft. The thing you're thinking of in that regard, I feel, like it's past few major updates. I don't know about the major updates, to be honest. I don't really give a shit, honestly. But the thing I think people don't like about it, especially, or at least the thing that people don't like about the Windows 10 edition, is that it, what do you call it? Mod top. It incorporates like microtransactions, whereas like you can't just like upload a texture pack. You actually have to buy the ones that are available. So I can definitely see why people are mad about that sort of thing. But as far as like, I don't know. But at the same time, like, Minecraft has so much shit to it. Like, if you don't like a direction that they take, like, because typically when they make a decision to go a certain direction, it's not to alter things in the past, it's to add things. And when it comes to adding stuff, like, most of the time you can just fucking ignore it. So if you don't like it, then just don't pay attention to it. So, I don't know. Well, I don't really know any of the updates, though, that people would be mad at. Just because I don't really pay much attention to it anymore. I've got bigger problems than bitching about some fucking game. You know, like, if I'm gonna complain about a game, I'm just not gonna fucking play it. So... And kind of like you were saying, it's like, if you are gonna complain about something, then just play a mod. If you don't like the updates, I'm sure there's a mod that takes them out. Like, people have way too much fucking time on their hands to, like, bitch about little things that don't really matter. White pansies. I mean, that's my opinion. Primarily just because like I'm a very driven person. If I can motivate myself to give a shit about stuff, which sometimes it's a struggle. But if I'm motivated to do something, or if I'm doing something, then I'm gonna make sure that I try and do it like the best that I can, or I'm gonna put as much effort that's like reasonable towards it. Waka says I'm done with Skyrim. For the night or period? Fuck this game, I'm out! That'd be pretty funny. But yeah, so like for me, it's like, if I'm having a complaint about something like Overwatch, like I have some complaints about Overwatch, but it's just like, I can still enjoy Overwatch. Like I was playing on the Xbox One. I think it's, one thing I don't like is that you can link your like battle.net account to both your computer and your Xbox, but they don't share any of your information. So like if you got like achievements, character unlocks, blah 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 on your computer edition of Overwatch, and then you link that account to your Xbox One or whatever console, nothing shares except for if you get like free loot boxes or something like that. So it's really stupid in my opinion. It's like, how hard would it be to share that information? It'd be like a series of numbers. It's like, okay, you've unlocked this. So like realistically it would be sharing like numbers and then like Boolean values. Like, you're done with Skyrim, period. Wow, Waka, why is that? What am I doing? I don't know, let's plant these things. Car says, I mean, to be fair, it was like their passion playing it for a long time. Then see it change so much in a way they see negatively, like change is big, then they get mad. If it is small, I can understand our thinking of it being stupid to complain about. Well, but at the same time, it's like, if... The only way I could see it being like a legitimate complaint would be if it like ultimately just like completely changed the way the game was played. Otherwise, because like it probably deals with more additional stuff than it does with like altering old stuff as far as like updates are concerned. And in which case it's like, I don't, like, just ignore the updates. Like, you don't have, like, for example, even the original stuff, like the potion making and like horses, stuff like that wasn't always in the game. And if you didn't want to deal with them, then you didn't have to. Just because they were there didn't mean you have to actually notice them. So it's stuff like that that makes me just like... But it's also along the lines of, it's a fucking game. Like, I understand, like, enjoying something, but like I said, you could probably get a mod to bring it back to its original whatever, to just negate some of the updates and stuff like that. So it's just, I don't know. Baka says, it is, where do I start? After playing Oblivion, I felt like something was missing from it. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that a second ago, where it's like, moving from Skyrim to Oblivion, I kind of have, like, separate tastes, where it's like, I like certain things in Skyrim, but I also like certain things in Oblivion. That being said, I do think I like Oblivion better, so I think it's a weird transition. Like, I have a different perspective on it than you, I feel, just because, like, you went from Oblivion to Skyrim, and automatically probably had a bad taste in your mouth, so... Korach says, like, how in WoW, dungeons and raids used to be, you can join at any time as long as you're in the level requirements, so they changed it to where you need both level and level total, so even if you're master at the dungeon or raid, if you don't have the eye level, you have to farm for that gear just to go back to the dungeon and raid. Yeah, see, but that's a pretty significant change. Like, I don't see anything that limiting in Minecraft. Like, I just don't see how that's possible. Unless you were talking about, like, the end, or something like that, like the Nether. But Actually, not even with the Nether, I don't think. Oblivion's dungeons were made by one guy? Jesus Christ. That's insane. Bowie! Jesus, the cats are being assholes today. They're both just looking at this fucking rock. Hey! I wish I had something to throw at him. Little fucker. I love how they're just staring at the rock. But none look the same. Also, the world felt so much bigger in Oblivion compared to Skyrim. I don't know about that. I mean, I also haven't... I don't think I've gone as far as I could be, but Skyrim, to me, at the moment, feels significantly larger than Oblivion. Like, just looking at the map, and, like, the different cities, and, like, the different camps and shit, I feel like Skyrim is much larger. Jesus, so many people need flowers on their house. Yellow tulips. Nobody likes yellow tulips. I'm not gonna give them to Allie. Let's give them to this ugly person. Suck it. Oh, it's a grasshopper. Damn, it is fucking dead tonight in the stream. Like, I haven't had my numbers as far as, like, people watching this low since I fucking, like, started streaming. Guess people are busy or something. Oh, well. Well, hopefully everyone's alright and everything. But busy can be good, that's for sure. I know there are times when I'm not busy, it's just kind of like, or when I am busy, sometimes definitely you aren't left with as much time to work with, it feels like, but you feel, as long as you're not like stressing yourself out, then you feel more motivated, more energized, all that sort of thing. I don't think I got that one yet. Oh, yeah, I think this one is different. Long-headed locust. Got him. Hi, Bob. Bye, Bob. That's one hell of a jump. Good lord. Hello. Take it. Bum, bum, bum. Korach, why do you? I'm just out of curiosity. Why do you think Oblivion, like the world of Oblivion, felt so much larger than Skyrim? Like large in what sense? I guess is more accurate to what I'm curious about. Like, are you talking like how you feel super small in a big world, or the world itself just seems smaller? Waka says I could stand the Dawnguard DLC because they brought back the crossbows. I can deal with the Dragonborn DLC by bringing a little bit of Morrowind in the mix, but the last fucking straw is the Heart fucking Fire DLC. It's lazy. They just did the same thing in Fallout 4 with create your own settlement, copy and pasting. They could have done something original like the Shivering Isles DLC for Oblivion, but no, copy and paste. I'm sorry, I just don't like Skyrim anymore. I got you. I think. I don't know. If I were you, like, kind of like with what I was saying for the Minecraft stuff, is like, just enjoy, like, just exploit things you enjoy. Like, for the DLC for the Heartfire thing, like, just don't do it. I mean, that's it. I mean, if you like other parts of the game, then don't let other parts, like, that weren't necessarily even a part of the game to begin with, especially since it's DLC, don't let those sort of like impede your ability to enjoy the rest of it. Because, like, for me, I can't really see a reason to stop playing a game unless it's just, like, impossible, you know? Because for me, the only game, or the only games, I should say, hang on. God damn it, Chuck. The only games I've ever had an issue with were it was a game called Talisman Online. I've mentioned it before, and the problem I had with it was because it eventually was a pay to win, and not only did you have to pay, but you had to pay out the ass. And so it was just like, fuck this game, this is fucking stupid, why are we playing this? It's also like the mechanics were super shit as far as MMOs were concerned. Other MMOs, I played MMOs that were older, that were more technically like advanced or whatever, more enjoyable, but I guess it was so basic, it was just like, whatever. Questions in Skyrim, I don't feel a want or drive to enter a new dungeon or cave. I always feel like I'm just going to reach the end and only get a dragon shout or big chest, nothing new or exciting. I think part of that, Korach, is also, like you were saying, like things are cut and paste, or copied and pasted. And so it's like, okay, well, same shit, different location. So, in that sense, I can definitely see that. Whereas, like, if everything is like handmade specifically, everything feels new, everything feels fresh, and you're like, oh, well, I wonder what's gonna be at the end waiting for me, or something like that. And so in that sense, yeah, definitely I could see that. In Skyrim, everything just seems like lather, rinse, repeat type of thing, where it's like you're just systematically playing through the game at that point. So yeah, in that sense, I think it's fair to say that Skyrim was more of a quantity over quality. Where sure, it was one, it was a bigger map, two, there were more places to explore, probably more things to do, but at the same time, because of how many things that they had created, I feel like it created a decent amount of overlap, where it was just infeasible to create that much new content without things seeming similar to one another. Waka says, I mean, Josh, let me say something. The quests are not that memorable. None stood out to me when playing it again, and the leveling up system is dumb. Plus, I feel like everything I do to please the NPCs doesn't do diddly shit. In Oblivion, they actually recognize you as a real hero. That's interesting. Yeah, I definitely think the leveling up thing is weird in Skyrim. I like the way it is, or at least so far, I think I like the way it is in Oblivion better. Because, like, doing the perks and stuff seems kind of confusing, and you also can't get your perks back when you use them, um, and it seems kind of tedious, and using your perks is a good way of, kind of cutting the effectiveness of how good your character is, and if you put them in the wrong things as opposed to putting them in more combat driven things, you can kind of like fuck up your character and not be able to progress through the game very well. And yeah, I feel like the NPCs don't really give a fuck. I will say, like, the Crush's leveling system in Skyrim is shit because it was, I think, Bethesda's second time ever using perks, first being Fallout 3. But even in Fallout 4, their perk system is still shit. Waka, the perk system feels like lopsided if you fuck up. Oh, absolutely, Waka, I totally agree. That being said, even in Fallout 4, what Crush was saying, I mean, I didn't really think it was that bad in Fallout 4. Even in Skyrim, it's not terrible, but kind of like what I was saying before and what Waka was saying is it can make you feel like the game is more difficult than it should be. If you put if you put a perk into something for fun, and it's not like combat driven, then you are effectively like wasting your perk. So it's almost like you have an option, but you don't have an option, because it's like, if you make the wrong choice, then you regret it, and like, because there's it's almost like you have to make a certain amount of like right choices, like based on your like combat only, for a while before your character like sort of like becomes strong enough to maintain on its own. Crush, in Skyrim and Fallout 4, like 80% of the perks are just percentage increases. Yeah, I kind of see what you're saying now. I know you've mentioned that before, Korach, and I never really saw a problem with it, but at the same time, I thought it was kind of cool, because you kind of get perks in Oblivion when you like increase your traits to certain levels. And when you do that, you sort of unlock perks based on whatever you're leveling up. Like, for example, my the hand-to-hand, when I leveled it up to a certain point, I could then attack while in midair. And I would unlock perks like that. And in which case, I think I agree more now than I did then, because like percentage increases aren't that bad, but when you're exposed to something like Oblivion, where there are inherent perks that sort of adjust how the game plays, not just like how effective your character is in the world it's surrounded by, it makes a big difference, like as far as like creating an idea of what to look forward to in future installments. And so because of that, I can definitely see now, more so than before, why you're dissatisfied with how things turned out. Because yeah, it's a lazier approach, where it's like, yeah, I just bump up this number by a certain percent for each perk or something like that, whereas like let's say there's a perk in Fallout 4 where, like, if they did a blend, I think it would be cool. Waka, I mean, in Oblivion, I can train as a warrior, and if I want to, I could switch into a wizard or an archer. In Skyrim, I can do that. It's one, or have a lopsided character, and I don't like that. I gotcha. Sort of. I mean, you could definitely still do both in Skyrim, but I feel like it's almost that the characters scale too hard based on like your overall level in Skyrim, so it doesn't really give you the option to fuck around with the different playability styles. Like if you, like for me, if you wanted a blend, Fallout 3 and New Vegas, their percent increases were their skill stats, and then they had their perks. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking would be ideal. Is like, well, hold on, let me respond to Waka's thing real quick. Yeah, well, I think, because, like, in Skyrim, I think the difference between how effective your character is in Skyrim versus Oblivion is based on how they did, like, the leveling things. Because in Oblivion, I don't think it's based on your character level, I think it's based on the area you're in. Because I noticed, like, for example, the underground ship that was part of the DLC, I noticed those skeletons were way more difficult than some of the skeletons that I dealt with at, like, about the same level. And so I think part of that, I think it's based more off of the area for how difficult, like certain areas are more difficult than others, rather than Skyrim, which pretty much exclusively scales off of your level. So that way you can go anywhere you want at any time. But your overall level is based on the individual levels of your character. So for example, if you level up like really high in Sneak by itself, then also the higher level you get in an individual characteristic, you get more experience towards your overall level when you level up. So like going from level let's say 70 to 71, you get way more XP than if you go from level 1 to 2 or 20 to 21 or something like that. And so because of that, you can make, like, let's say you focus on like 3 things. You focus on Sneak, lockpicking, and pickpocket. If you get all 3 of those things to 100 and you only focus on leveling those things up, you pretty much fuck your character. And that's actually something I did, where like I'm playing on like a regular difficulty, but I leveled up things to I leveled up 3 things to 100, and a lot of my other things were, I don't know, like probably like mid 20s or 30s, and then like a couple things were like 50s, for somewhere between like 50 and 70, but those were like few and far in between. And I also had like smithing to 100. It was just like, you can like just totally break how effective your character is. And I eventually got to the point where I was having to use Shadowmere, I think is its name. The undying horse that you get from like the brothers, or I don't remember what the fuck they're called, but I think the level cap is 66. No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the levels of your individual stats. But also with the DLC, I think either I'm thinking of DLC or I'm thinking of mods. But one or the other, or maybe both, increase the level cap, where it just wraps around eventually. Shadowmere, yeah. I ended up using Shadowmere as like a tank to like take all my hits for me while I was just attacking like dragons from the side, because I couldn't finish some of the quests on my own because my person was lopsided. Because I liked sneaking and being an asshole, but I liked doing that more than I liked playing like for the combat stuff. And so I think it's just an imperfect thing. Like, you know, they're going to try something new, and it's either going to do well or it's not going to do well. And even if it does do well, it's going to do well for different reasons, because it's a different thing. So I think it's just something you kind of have to just like take each one for, like, you have to kind of like look at them separately and be like, okay, well, what do I enjoy about this game? Because, like, when you go in and you already have, like, preconceived notions, then, I don't know, like, if you do that, then, that makes more sense if you're going to buy something at, like, full price, brand new, right off the shelf. Because what's the point of buying something new if it has all the same things as the old game, you know? In that sense, I definitely can understand that in, like, a financial sense and in a time sense. And honestly, I don't understand why people move on just to play different games. Like Call of Duty, I don't really understand why people move on to play some of the newer ones, because a lot of the people just reminisce about like Modern Warfare, I think 2 or 3, And it's like, well, why not? Why don't you just go and fucking play it if that's the one that you like? And it's like, well, but I've got other things to play, or like there's a newer one out, and it's like, why do you just go play the one you like? Like, Jesus. Quark says, I remember in Skyrim, I leveled up my sneak skill to the max before I even left Helgen, and when I left, everyone had orcish gear just on my sneak skill alone. Yeah, no, I don't doubt it, because if you only did sneak, then yeah, that would level you up significantly, especially if you capped it out. And so, yeah, like that's a definitely, it's sort of a problem, but it's not really addressed. Because when you have your XP that scales off of like what level your skill is that you're leveling up, rather than having it at like a flat rate. But at the same time, then if you had it at a flat rate, then it's not as rewarding to spend all the time to level up later on than it is to level up at the very beginning. I don't know. What's up, Matt Bates? Welcome back to the Iceberg, sir. How's life treating you, dude? But yeah, so it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of a fucked system. Like, if you try new things, then you're gonna get hate, and sometimes you're gonna fail, sometimes you're gonna succeed, and I don't know, maybe they're waiting on, well, they move on because of multiplayer. When 95% of the base leaves for the new game, there's hardly any points to in the older game. It takes about 10 minutes just to find one lobby in regards to Call of Duty. Yeah, I know, but at the same time, like, you can also, like, for the older games, if I'm not mistaken, you could create your own lobbies and play with your friends. So if you've got a group of friends that all feel the same way as you, or shit, I mean, you can just find a group on social media, just Google, it's like revive some old shit game or something like that. Like, you could get a dedicated fan base to continue on, like, living with a game. Like, I mean, look at Super Smash Bros. Melee. That's a perfect example of how, even despite the occurrence of new games, people just think that one is a fucking classic. And they've refused to move on because of its game mechanics and fluid, like, reaction times and stuff like that. Like, it's not impossible, it's just the fan base, it depends on the fan base. Because if, like, Call of Duty, I don't feel like Call of Duty fans, for the most part, are, I don't feel like they're a loyal fan base. I think they play it because, like, I think a lot of it is, like, one, a lot of it's kids, and those kids probably play it because they think it'll make them cooler by playing it. But the other ones, I think, play it because it's, I don't know why the other people would play Call of Duty. I have no desire ever to play Call of Duty. The only reason I would have a desire to play it would be if my friends had gotten it. Outside of that, nothing. There's nothing there. No desire for me to play Call of Duty. Alright, little cricket. Waka, alright, but I'm done with Skyrim for good. Might sell the game if I want to. Well, that man, get you some money. Crush said, I hated the later Smash games. It has low gravity. You can knock someone off the stage and they have like 5 seconds to get back on. In Melee, you knock someone off the stage and they have like 1 second to get back on. Waka says, I'm a low COD player. Want to know how loyal I am? Yeah, sure. Let me know how loyal you are. I feel like you're being sarcastic. But yeah, feel free to let me know. Korach, I think I understand what you're getting at, but at the same time, they made, in the defense of why they made the new games that way, Nintendo actually didn't like the way that Melee was taken. His has a body pillow with just the COD logo alone. That's funny. Nintendo didn't like how competitive Melee was. Or at least, like, I don't know if they changed their minds since then, but I heard that they didn't like, because it was supposed to be a fun game. You're supposed to play it with some friends and have a good time. But when it got to the point where they were, they were exploiting the game, like flaws within the system, and just making it a huge competitive deal, then they were kind of like, this isn't how we wanted the game to be played, and I think that's why the changes kind of happened, or the changes that have happened since then did happen. Waka says, I still have the first COD game for PC in its original box, and I'll post a pic on Discord, and I'll title it #1 fan bitch. Well, but I'm talking about, like, loyal to a series in the sense of, you'll buy, like, every single rendition of it, I guess. But I'm not saying that if you play Call of Duty, like, I'm not saying this. I'm not saying if you play Call of Duty, you're not loyal to Call of Duty. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't have a loyal fan base. I would just say it's smaller than, like, for example, the fan base of most Nintendo games. Like, the loyalty that, like, Zelda provides, or, like, Metroid, or even outside of Nintendo, like, Kingdom Hearts has a very loyal fan base. But yeah, just stuff like that. But like, overall, I feel like people are more likely to kind of like dip in and out of Call of Duty and be like, yeah, it's pretty good. But I don't know. Do I want Skyrim for the PS3? No, I have no desire. Honestly, like, any game that's not on, like, PC or, like, a Nintendo thing, I'm probably just not even gonna care for. Like, I've never owned a PlayStation console in my life. So yeah, I mean, just in general, yeah, I have no real desire for just console games in general. I just don't really see a point. Especially when there's very little, like, cross-platforming capabilities, like the stuff I was bitching about with Overwatch. Like, it's so fucking stupid. What about the Morrowind? Is it a game, like, is it a physical disc? If it's a physical disc, then I probably can't even play it. Unless it's for, like, PC. But even then, it's just like, I don't know if I want to keep up with a physical copy of Morrowind. I'd rather just, like, get it on, like, Steam or something like that. Speaking of which, I'm kind of curious how expensive, Morrowind is. Alright, what the fuck? Elder Scrolls 3. There we go. That looks cool. It's $15. That's not bad. Hello. It's a PC and it's also physical, so I take it as a no. Then how about a game where you literally fight cancer, the illness? It sounds almost like it was like a little Flash game called like Pandemic, or not Pandemic. It was, I don't remember what it was. It was a fun game though. It reminds me of that. I mean, I guess it depends if it's a physical copy, again. Because, like, I'm probably gonna do, like, a big move pretty soon, and big moves, like, I already have like a lot of little fragile things, and I'm not trying to get more fragile stuff. So yeah, it's just, if it's a physical copy, then I'm not really interested in general. But if it's something you can just like somehow gift me over like Steam or something like that, like if it's a copy you never played or whatever, then that sort of thing I'm more interested in. Just because it's easier for me to deal with. The game is called Remission. You play... My mouse is doing weird things. You play as a nanobot where you fight cancer. That's really interesting. I don't know. I'm kind of just really apathetic at the moment. It's just because I'm sleepy. Ugh. Mission is not on Steam at all. Well, that's a bummer. Fucking Steam. What the fuck? I do like this bridge right here. This is very, very nice. Very nice, very nice. I have a ton of weird games. I got you, dude. Actually, I never really got weird games. I had to buy like all of my stuff, and I never really had a job. My job was pretty much school. I aim to collect weird and strange games. You aim, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what you meant. That's cool though. Yeah, I always focused on like Nintendo stuff, and for the most part I focused on stuff that I ooh, Bard knife draw. Let me make sure I've got one of those, but yeah, I was more I guess conservative with my spending on video games, because if I didn't know I was gonna like it, then it was unlikely that I would buy it. And so I would always wait for like reviews or suggestions from like friends, stuff like that, on whether or not I would buy or play something. Like if it was one thing if they had it and would let me borrow it, but when it came to me actually buying a new game, like I said, like I've never had a lot of money to work with. And not only that, but I never really liked just blowing my money. Because I would only buy stuff if I really, really wanted it. Waka says there are a ton of strange little gems out there I really want to get my hands on. Yeah, I don't doubt it, man. Like, it's kind of cool going back and playing some of the older games. Like I played the original Contra because I downloaded the emulator for it, and it's pretty cool. I mean, even though it's like archaic at this point, it's still a pretty cool game. Like the adult NES Trio? I'm not really sure what that is. Is that like 3 games that are like rated M or something? Came out for the NES. I can find the ES. Well, actually, the ESRB. Jesus, I don't even think that existed when the NES first came out. Granted, I don't. It's really weird. The lifespan of the NES was really strange. Because there were games that were released on the NES after the Super Nintendo came out, and to me that's really weird. That's like unheard of. That would be like someone developing a game for PlayStation 3 even though the PlayStation 4 is out. But yeah, it's weird. The NES was very strange, or had a very strange life cycle in comparison to like more modern day stuff. Yeah, like, cause the NES was, what do you call it? It came out with games. It came out with games when, like, the Game Boy came out, which was like 1990 or something like that. And so I think the Super Nintendo came out in like 92. It's actually pretty impressive. That was like six or 7 years, something like that, after the NES came out. So that's pretty fast. especially since it was like brand new. There are games with adult themes, one being Bubble Bath Babes, Bunny Slots, and Strip Poker, I think. It's pretty funny. Alright, we're gonna switch days again. I wanna buy more stuff. Save my game. Oops. Yeah, save my game. Save it. So earlier I was trying to work on getting Nookingtons, which you have to have someone come to your town and buy something. Would I stream them? It depends on like how long they are. Like if it was something I could just play for shits and giggles one night, then yeah, sure, I don't see why not. But I like to stream stuff, like, if I'm gonna play something that's goofy like that, I would rather do that as, like, a multiplayer experience where I bring people in and we have a good time and make it kind of ridiculous. Kind of like GTA, for example. Aside from, like, if I was playing the story mode for GTA, I'm pretty much exclusively gonna play that with other people if it's gonna come on the stream. So, in general, I would probably say no, because, like, for me, I like to have, like, a story with a good game. Like, or a game with a good story, Jesus. And so, you know, anything that falls within that realm, I'm okay with. And especially with stuff that, like, I can look up, sort of, like, behind-the-scenes type of stuff, where it's like, this is why this game was developed the way it was developed, that sort of thing. No, I know, I appreciate you asking, but, like, I'm not, like, offended or anything, but, or I'm not really sure, but yeah, so, like, just, in general, the type of game. McReaver, I just did a trip to the island in New Leaf. Nice, dude. Welcome to the iceberg, first of all, but, yeah, I actually really like the island in New Leaf. It's a really good way of making money. As a suggestion from me, a great way of making money on the island is to only catch fish that have the fins sticking out of the water. Oh, the left wing of the Pteranodon! Ranch armchair. Yeah, that's cool, McReaver. Size 6 fish and beetles. Size 6? I'm guessing there's like a specific number associated with them. But yeah, pretty much. If like getting the going at night when all the expensive beetles are on the palm trees. Also make sure you plant a ton of palm trees. Because yeah, definitely I didn't realize they're actually I think it's the rainbow stag and like the gold stag or like the gold beetle. You can find those on like the regular trees on like the middle of the island as opposed to the coconut trees. Those are also really expensive, so keep an eye out for those. McReaver says there are some fish shadow sizes around the size of sharks without fins. That's true, like the blue marlins. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you even mentioned blue marlins and the Napoleon fish. I got you. Yeah, definitely. You definitely want the biggest things possible. Huge. Wait, what? And they removed massive shadow, right? IIRC? What? What are y'all talking about? It's like y'all are speaking a different language over there. Oh, if I recall correctly, okay. What is the, they removed the massive shadow? What is that talking about, though? There's an even bigger shadow in another game specifically for an unobtainable whale. Oh, I think it's in this game. Yeah, I think you can see it when you go to the island. I think that's what you're talking about. Why is this here? A perfect painting. But yeah, I think when you go to the island in this game, you have a chance of like rowing past the whale. I've heard of it, I've never seen it myself, but it sounds really cool. Also, let's... Actually, I think I kind of like this shirt. The gray tartan. Yeah, I'll take this, I guess. It looks okay. I'm still gonna buy it. 420 blaze it! Try small, medium, large, huge, and massive. Oh, tiny, not try. Are the different shadow types. Gotcha. I gotcha. I'm surprised they didn't just make the massive shadow the whale shark. Animal Crossing! Yep. Alright, so, I guess let's go ahead and... Let's go plant some flowers, I guess. I'm just gonna... The first house I see, if it doesn't have... I'm rolling in money. Yeah, dude. That island, best way to make money in the game. Hands down. Alright, so these guys have their houses all good to go. Boris, how's your house? Looks like you're good to go. You even match. Aren't you fancy? I heard the massive one is rare to encounter during your trips to the island. Yeah, that's what I heard too, Waka. McReaver, I need to come at around 11 p.m. tomorrow for the giant stag. I need that and a rainbow stag for my museum. Yeah, the rainbow stag is the one I was talking about. That one's really expensive. Definitely worth keeping an eye out for sure. Swap. JK. Throwing in a letter. I will say I do like a lot of the... Okay. Swap. I just... Hell yeah. I do... like, enjoy the fact that they changed it so that Blathers can fucking tell me what my fossils are immediately. That's one thing I do like about what they changed for the newer games. But also, McReaver, if you're curious, is like how I do my stream. I like to do... I'm still pissed at Skyrim. But the way I do my stream is like I like to play a lot of story-driven games, and then between my story-driven games, I like to do what I call my chill streams. Animal Crossing is one of the games I play on my chill stream. I also play Harvest Moon, Tree of Tranquility, and Stardew Valley. But we've also been doing a thing called Frightening Fridays, where we play horror games on Friday evenings. But yeah, so like my main streams are like story driven, and pretty much anything with a story I'd like to play and talk about and whatnot, or have other people talk about to me if I've never played it before. Like right now I'm playing Oblivion, and I've actually never played it before this playthrough, so it's been fun. It's been fun so far. I'm excited to play it some more. But yeah, I typically start around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and all that fun stuff. So just to let you know what I've got going on. Also, if you want to check out like some of my previous broadcasts, you can check those out on my YouTube channel. If you go into like my panel section, you can look at like just Facebook page, Twitter, and all that fun stuff. So just to let you know, just give you a heads up. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoy watching some Animal Crossing. But yeah, so are you saying that the rainbow stag and the giant stag are the only with an A? That's funny. Are you saying those two beetles are the only ones you need left, McReaver? To wrap up the bug portion of your museum? Pretty much, damn. It's impressive. Oh yeah, I wanted to wear the gray tartan. Also, I need to donate stuff. Of all the beetles anyways. Oh, okay. So, I'm guessing there are other bugs you still need? I need those damn seasonal bugs, gotcha. Yep. Are you the type of person that likes to, like, time hop? Or do you try and avoid that? And the Scarab Jewel Beetle. I feel like, if I remember correctly, those aren't actually that bad to find if you go into the correct, like, time zone type thing, or the correct time of year. Isn't Minecraft on PS3? If it is, I might get it. I believe so. I know for 100% sure it was out for the 360, so if it wasn't out for the PS3, I'd be surprised. You probably just have to, like, download it. I time hop today only because I want to get Halloween on a weekend since I have school. I gotcha. Yeah, I don't really have anything against time hopping. I have been trying to avoid time hopping for the stream. That being said, I am time hopping like right now actually to get more of these tickets just so I can actually play the raffle. But outside of that, I haven't really time hopped at all. Because sometimes it is more fun just to play it like it's life. Like you just have to catch things as they come, and if you miss it, you miss it. Because I mean that's how life works. Sometimes that's more enjoyable. Because like it also, you know, if you just hop around endlessly, then you kind of get burnt out on the game, you know. Because then it's like, well, I have nothing to look forward to now since I can hop. I've hopped all over for every single, holiday. The Pteranodon is dead! Woo! A flying reptile, the Pteranodon was, apparently. I only hopped like 3 days. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've hopped 2 days backwards. Well, 1 day, and then a second day. Alright, take my painting. Bum, bum, bum. How perplexing. I hope you're not printing these in your basement. That's funny. That sucks that I already have it though. I'm trying to donate things. The art part of the museum is always the fucking hardest to fill out. Like, without question. Especially, I feel like it's even worse in the newer games just because there's so many different things you can get. Especially since you can get, like statues and stuff, and then in, like, New Leaf. Yeah, fuck Red, dude. What a dick. And he sells, like, fakes and stuff. Yeah. There's actually guides online. You can look at the paintings and tell which ones are the real ones and which ones are fake. Because there are visual differences. It's pretty funny. Alright, so let's go check out Lost and Found, the dumpster. Let's go buy all the shit. You sold a painting to one of my villagers and the villager tried selling it to you. It's interesting. I didn't know that could happen. That does not sound familiar. It's interesting though. And maybe it sounds... It's like I want it to be familiar. I don't know. I didn't want a chance. It turns out it was a painting that can't be a forgery. Wow. I would have just spent my money on it and been like, fuck it. And it was one I didn't have. That sucks, dude. Better luck next time, I guess. Yeah, honestly, for me, it's more worth it just to buy it, because money is really not that hard to get in Animal Crossing. Thank the Lord. Hell yeah. I don't think I can plant it there though, because it's so close to the house. Not worth. Okay. I try and I try and plant like gold trees all the time. Waka says, is Skyrim even worth selling? I mean, they have been released for multiple platforms. I mean, if you can get a couple bucks, then I mean, why not? It's a couple dollars off of something that you may want, that you would probably end up buying anyways. So I would say, I would probably go for it. McReaver, imagine if the only money you got was from part-time at Tom Nook's. Then I would take this shovel, and I would fall on it, and slit my own throat. Vectra, hey, you little flippy bag of shit. Shitty penguin doctor up anal sex fiend. Wow. I learned a lot of things about myself from that one statement. How's it going, Vector? Welcome back to the iceberg, dude. There's a lot I didn't know about myself. That's good, man. I'm glad you're doing well. Well, welcome back. We're having a bit of a slow night tonight, but it's okay. It's a chill stream anyway, so it's about the way it goes. If you've never seen Animal Crossing, well, now you're seeing it. It's a really chill game. If you don't know what it's about and that sort of thing. So who here still plays Pokemon Go? I actually don't, sadly. And Pokemon Go is a game I'm really sad about. That it's so it just had so much potential. And not only did it have the potential, it had success. And then it just let it float away. Waka says, not me, Korach. I got Kiki to move my town, says McReaver. I actually have Kiki in my town. I don't know if you saw her. But she's actually in my town as well. I actually really like Kiki. Kiki's a cute little kitty cat. Kitty cat! Yeah, this is Kiki's house. Yep. She's using my, my boo pattern. I think one of the cats took a shit. So it smells like ass. It smells like a gaping asshole in my room right now. I'm down for some New Leaf if anyone is up for it. I really wish I could fucking stream New Leaf. Maybe I'll have to buy a shitty 3DS and have it installed with a video capture card thing. I'll be damned if I'm getting my my limited edition one ripped into. Fuck that. Seems like Leaf is building her shop in my town. Her? You could, they're 60 bucks a pop. Well, but it's not the cost of the 3DS that's the problem, it's the cost of the video capture card that's the problem. I think that's more of a, I thought Leaf was a chick. Oh, I don't know. I always thought Leaf was a guy. You're talking about the sloth, right? Mini Decoid. The gardening store owner. Yeah, it's a sloth. That's what animal that is. It's a sloth. But at the same time, I feel like they intentionally made, because like if you look at like the color of its like name Bubble, it's green, whereas it's normally like blue or pink. I think they tried to make it like gender neutral. Like I keep saying, you can go to the cheap route and just have a camera to your 3DS, but like I keep saying, that's a really shitty way to do it. And it's also a pain in the ass because one, you either have to like physically attach the camera like just in front of it, in which case you have to like look around it the entire time, or two, you have to set the camera on it and not move your 3DS off of the table, which is also just inconvenient and uncomfortable. So just because you keep saying it, it doesn't gonna change what I'm saying either. Like, just because there is a cheap route, it doesn't mean it's a route worth taking. Like, there's some people that have done it, and like kudos to them, but there's no way I'm gonna do that. Like, I like streaming, but I also like enjoying whatever the fuck I'm playing. And if I'm taking away from my enjoyment just to stream, then it's not worth streaming. I keep saying it just in case the Jedi mind trick works. Oh, okay. Well, it's not. It's not. If anything, it's gonna reinforce what I'm talking about right now. McReaver says, no, it turns out he's a dude, according to Animal Crossing New Leaf Wiki. 800,000 bells in my bank. Damn, it's a lot of money sitting around. Do you have? I'm guessing you already have your house completely paid off and that sort of thing. Give me that floor ring. I love how there's a bird. Like, is that? Because there are birds in this game. My town is like 5 days old. You've just been farming up money. That's funny. It's, like I said, if you go to the island, super easy to get money. Incredibly easy. Waka says, Matt, I'll just keep Skyrim but not touch it at all. Alrighty, dude. Well, whatever you end up doing with it. Just, I don't know, do what you want, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna say one way or another, it's your game, you know? But if it were me, and I know I wasn't gonna play it, I would just sell the damn thing. And worst case scenario, you want to play it again, you could just buy, because at that point, it's gonna be in the future sometime, and it's gonna be cheap as shit on Steam, so. If I were you, I would just fucking get rid of it. And then just attach, and if you like playing with the controller, which I'm sure you do, since you play on the PS3, you could literally just hook up your PlayStation controller to your computer. McReaver says I'll get the first room expansion tomorrow. Hell yeah. Throw money at Nook's face, dude. Welcome. Slavery, that's the reason for the caged bird. No! Well, I just bought and sold him. Jesus. I guess I'm a part of the slave trade, if that's true. You know my biggest problem in video games that have currency, unless it's a very generic RPG, the over amount of money. Like at the very start, you're poor as fucking can't buy anything, but once you play a bit, money is just a joke, especially if most of your gear or whatnot is from looting, so money is even more useless. Yeah. Then I can get my attic in a few days from now. That'd be cool, dude. Yeah, I like having the upstairs. The upstairs and downstairs. I don't really care about having the like side rooms as much in the new games. I like how much of a change your house gets when you buy the other upgrades. I want to fill that shit with Halloween stuff. Nice, dude. There's actually like 2 different sets of Halloween furniture. I don't know if you know that, but there's the original like spooky furniture that you get from the what do you call it? The one is exclusive to Jack. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Well, I guess I'll finish just in case if other people don't know. There's a spooky furniture which goes all the way back to this game. And you can actually just straight up buy that from Tom Nook throughout the month of October. But, like McReaver just said, there is actually a newer Halloween or spooky type of furniture set that is exclusive to Jack. So it's pretty cool. Waka, I'm too lazy to pay off a mortgage. Versus like in Harvest Moon games, once you grow a regrowable plant, money isn't an issue. And in those looting games like Fallout and Skyrim, you don't really buy anything besides stim packs. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I was even thinking of, what do you call it, Borderlands. But at the same time, like, the fact that money isn't a problem is kind of nice. But in Skyrim, you can definitely blow a lot of money on housing, which it's not completely apparent that you can buy a lot of different houses, but there are definitely money holes in Skyrim for sure. Time to give out a swap fruit mail thing to one of my villagers. I need some more fruits. I have oranges, coconuts, lemons, and apples. Oh my god, dude. I totally just remembered, like, how many fucking different fruits there are in New Leaf. Like, it's insane. There are so many. Like, if you need any at some point, I don't really play my DS very much, but, like, I can give you, like, my friend code and whatnot, and, like, I have one of every single fruit. So, yeah. Waka says, why didn't I get Red Dead Redemption? I wanted to shoot horses in the face. What a question. Can you give me a small loan of $1 million? Probably not. I'm probably broke as shit. I think I like just got done paying off my my complete house loan. Cause I was always the type, like, one, to either not pay attention to my loan at all, or two, dump all the money I had into my loan. And it would pretty much flip back and forth, leaving me with no money. So, Waka, same here, all... Oh, you have all the fruits. Okay, that's cool. If you need help. Cry says, I don't mind those, but my problem is no direct need for money. Like where in generic RPGs you need all that money to get the next weapon or armor piece. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. I mean, it's kind of like a why is this here, but at the same time, like, you are earning your money, so you're earning the stuff that you can use to buy with your money, so... I don't know. I mean, I don't... Like, what... I guess, why is it a problem to you? My town is 5 days old, 7 including time skip. Waka, I got 24 mil in the bank plus 7-Eleven furniture. Wow. That's 7-Eleven furniture, though. That's some exclusive shit. I don't think I had the game when that stuff was being available or being distributed. Nintendo. Alright. We're gonna go play the lottery. Because why not? Before I go... My problem is, why am I looting this money? Why am I selling this stuff? That I can see. I don't really have a problem with looting money, just because I like looting in general, but selling the stuff, I definitely can see. Because then it's like, well, what is the overall goal? At that point, it's like, why should I ever loot? I see what you're saying. But at the same time, like, it takes a while, like, because pretty much any game is gonna, like, have a point where you hit, okay, I can get money super easy. But even, like, in Fallout, there are a lot of different things you can buy. Most people, or I wouldn't say most people, some people just don't buy it. Like, if you play like I do, I'm just gonna wait to pick up my items, rather than buy them myself. That being said, it could be a rare item that you could buy from a person. So it's not that the money doesn't have its uses, it's more along the lines of, it's not necessary to spend your money. Oh, there goes basketball. I hate Eunice. She ruined an older town of mine by plopping her house in front of town hall. That's pretty funny. I saw her and was just immediately like, ugh. Fucking sheep in my town. I wish she was a rainbow sheep. I can't remember the name of that one, but I used to have a rainbow sheep in my town. She's kind of cute. I'd rather have that. Waka says, I do it for greed, Korach. Take all, kill all, anyone who gets in the way, and don't ask questions. Don't nobody question my methods. That's funny. Pietro is baller? I don't think I know who Pietro is. Please. Please, I just want the NES. I don't give a shit about the other two things. Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. on, give me something. I have like 3 more tries. Red? What's red? I got it! Nice. Pietro is a guy though. He's the rainbow clown sheep. Oh, okay. Hell yeah! What are the chances of me getting the one specifically that I was looking for? Like, see if we can get another one. But hell yeah! Got my first NES game. I'm building a collection. Nothing. Time skipoo. Setting times at 10:03. What? Cheater. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I'm all done. Open. Open sesame. I finished off two complete, what do you call them? Things at the museum, so that's pretty cool. A pretty productive day, though. It's not that cheaty. I just want Halloween on Saturday because of school. No, I was just being a dick, honestly. I don't really give a shit. Like, if it was cheating, they wouldn't have included it in the game, let's be honest. Plesio Torso. Let's go ahead and check out that stuff. I don't think I ever checked the dump. See if there's anything up there. Let's go look at that real quick. I kind of like this new shirt, though. It's pretty cool. Still need to put this other one away. Nice. Get that gardening shop, dude. Alright, Alright, should I make my upstairs my game room or my basement my game room? What do you guys think? Ooh, Callie gave me a baller floor pattern. That's cool, man. McReaver, have you played any of the other Animal Crossings before, just out of curiosity? This has spoopy goats. The basement, says Waka. Alright. Gotta put it alongside of my, my meth lab. Is that the center? Yeah, it's the center. Alright. So... let's go ahead and scoot this stuff out. Then we can throw my, we'll throw my pineapple bed right next to my heater where I cook my meth. Oi, this would be a nice floor for a Japanese themed house. Are you talking about in here? I like this flooring a lot. I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but I like this floor a lot. It's really cool. I like the patterns in it. I might wait for Joan so I can buy her Japanese items. Not the floor. The floor pattern you got. Oh, okay. I can't see it, man. I'll have to take your word for it. Alright. DK Junior Math. Let's see how bad I am at this game. Yes. L button, R button, and Z button all at once to quit playing your NES. It's Saturday night. That means one thing. KK. Oh god. What is happening? Plus 67. What? 67. I don't know what the fuck. What the fuck is this game? Is this a 2-player? What the fuck? This is dumb. I think it's just because it's the emulator Waka. Yeah, it's just math problems. It's kind of lame. Why is it? That's the first game I get and it sucks. Stupid. Lamar says, "What the?" Lamar, welcome back to the iceberg. First of all, second of all, in the original Animal Crossing, you can actually get these old NES like games, and that game apparently playing the NES games kind of fucks up when you're playing on the emulator. So that's that's a thing. But yeah, I'm gonna look at it, see if there's error codes. Tunips are free? Jesus. Oh, that's cool. Full bank account. Good lord. Infinite bells. There's so many different things. God damn it. So much cheating going on. There are a total of 12 games plus the 4 that were never released. I got the good ones. Lame. Lamar says, well, I won't be chatting for a bit. I have to take a quiz, and I'm counting on Josh to give me a good score. Hell yeah. You're gonna get a fucking great score. It's because of the stream. Oh, you got a hybrid flower. That's really cool. That's cool, Reaver. That's, speaking of which, that's one of the things I really like about the newer games. Being able to, like, breed your flowers is actually really fun. Because it's always, like, a surprise when it actually happens. Picture book to Yuka, okay. Vectra, funny how you skipped my comment. Don't be afraid, boy. Don't be afraid to know the inner desires of your mom. Oh, I didn't see it. Penguin, I like it when your mom roast me down from the especially on the parts that matter. Well then. I wasn't. I just... Your first one I hadn't seen, somehow magically. But, yeah. If I skipped things, it's not intentional, ever. But... Yeah, I don't know. Not really super excited about comments about my mom and all that stuff. Maybe my mind is like, yeah, maybe my mind is just filtering it out. It's like, bullshit. The first question is something that we never covered in class and isn't on the slides. Use the almighty Google, Lamar. Alright, so this goes to Yuka. Renee moved in. I don't remember Renee. It sounds familiar. As far as like Animal Crossing is concerned, at least. She's the Uchi Rhino, if I remember correctly. Gotcha. Furniture! Woo! Wobbleina! What the fuck? Alright, so I got a question for you guys. If I were to 100% another Zelda game, which game would you want to see me 100%? Preferably a 3D Zelda. Oblivion. Wow, I forgot that that was a Zelda game. Blows my mind every time. Fucking smartass. The Faces of Evil. What the? I haven't even heard of that. What the fuck is that? It's close enough. Oh, okay. Is that why they created DLC for the Switch version of Skyrim, where you can get the Master Sword and the Hylian Shield? If you didn't know about that, that's true. It's 100% true. Well, I don't have a normal shovel, so that's a bummer. Have my villagers call me Dr. or Mr. D now. Nice. You should have named yourself Doctor. Oh, God damn it. I can't sell anything on raffle days. I wish he had, like, his kids. Like, one kid was running a raffle, and one kid was selling shit. And then he just wasn't doing shit. It's fuck no. Like, really great Zelda games for the really great Zelda games for the Philips CDI. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Oh, best suggestion ever. What did I get? Wobblina. I know what I got. Let's put this shirt away. It kind of sucks that you can't just re-buy the Aloha shirts. I'll just throw it downstairs, fuck it. I like my barber thing. My garden gnome. This is the thing I won on the last raffle. Oops. Which prez did fireside chats? Correct answer, Franklin Roosevelt. My thought, he wasn't alive when there was radio. Then I slapped my forehead and remember FDR. What? How much do I have to donate for you to play those games? The CDI games? Are they even available? I feel like they're not even... I'd be very surprised if they were still available. I'm pretty sure Nintendo has done everything in their power to wipe those games off the face of the planet. I could emulate them. Well, but that's even then. Like, if you can find the emulator, I'd be surprised. Because that's what I do, McReaver. I play the, this game is being emulated right now. They're expensive to get, but you could emulate them. No, I know, but even then, like, I don't know if you guys have been trying to download emulators recently, but, the biggest names for ROMs and stuff are being, like, shut down, not in the sense of, like, their websites being shut down, but, what do you call it? Do I have anything? Any carpet and 2,000 bells. I don't have a carpet. Oh, okay. Let's go find a carpet. The one of Game On costs around $100 for a physical copy. Well, I don't give a shit about. I have a fully SNES library. Pascal's RVs at my place. No, I'm talking about, like, if you try and download stuff recently, Nintendo's been cracking down on copyright claims. So if you look at a lot of old websites that used to provide ROMs, a lot of them don't provide Nintendo games, especially the main Nintendo games, because of copyright violations. So, I mean, if you guys have a copy of it and, like, the way to emulate it. That being said, McReaver, I actually use RetroArch myself. You're the first person I've seen that also uses RetroArch. I don't think I've met anyone else. I really like RetroArch. It's a really cool little program. But yeah, I mean, I could take a look at it, but I don't know. I don't know how much money. I guess it's really up to like how much money you can donate to get me to play those shitty fucking games. Alright, I can't fucking mail fossils. Do you know much about Yu-Gi-Oh? I know some. I've watched... Are you talking about like the game or the show? Because I mean, technically you learn certain things about the game through the show, but sometimes like the show makes the show. I actually, a month or two ago, I think it was like 2 months at this point, I was actually watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I'd never really watched it before. So, up until the dice game I've seen, I think. I've seen like part of the dice game. Like the Dungeon Duel Dice or whatever the fuck it's called. So I know some about it. I haven't seen any of the new stuff though, where I've heard where they do like races or whatever. That I haven't seen anything about, but I know like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Kaiba and whatever the fuck their names are. I don't remember. Like Joey, Tristan, Mai? I think that's the blonde chick if I remember correctly. Damn, I have a lot of fucking fish in this game. I'm missing 4. Missing a lot of bugs though. Do you understand this? If this card is in your graveyard or your hand, target monsters on your side of the field whose total levels are 8 or above. Destroy them and special summon this card from your graveyard or hand. The total levels of being 8 or above, I don't really understand. If the total level of monsters destroyed is above 8, this card gains 500 attack for each unneeded level. If special summoned by this card's effect, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the amount of attack gained by this effect. Special summoned by this card's effect. If the total level of monsters destroyed is above 8. Yeah, so the total levels thing is really the only thing I don't really understand. The other stuff I could probably make heads or tails of. Total level of monsters destroyed. No, I know, but I don't understand what it's talking about for the total level. Like, when you say total level of monsters destroyed, I don't know what level. Like, if you're talking about the number of monsters, that would make more sense, but I don't know what the fuck the level is. Time to get 4 of these things checked out. 4 of what things checked out, McReaver? What you talking about? Oh, I wanted to check out this nebuloid. I have a little nebuloid right there. I wanted to look at the big nebuloid. Nebby the nebuloid. Oh. That's interesting. What happened? I stepped away to get some water. Waka, we were talking about some Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. You've once again helped me succeed. 5 out of 5. Nice. I.e., you can sacrifice 2 level 4s to summon this. Monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Have levels. Some monsters level 4, some level 6. Blue Eyes White Dragon is a level 8. Okay. Yeah, okay, so like I didn't realize that they had levels. Like, as watching the TV show, they don't really mention levels. They mention like power levels and defense levels, but those are like in the thousands or hundreds, so it didn't seem applicable. But in that sense, that that sort of makes sense to me. Like I could make heads or tails of it. I like the nebuloids. These things are cool. Alright. What does Wobbleina even look like? Not that. God, this thing is scary. Just wait until he gets to Synchros, XYZ's, Pendulums, and Link monsters. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on all of that. Play some music from KK. It's not that time of day. It's 6 in the game. I'll skip to the real time. How about that? I'll probably do that. Like, I'll probably check out KK and then I'll probably just tune out for the night, honestly. I'm just kind of feeling meh. It's not a good feeling. Tomorrow I definitely need to, like... It's weird because, like, it's sort of like a self-defeating thing because it's like, I don't like being... Like, sometimes I'm just lazy and don't want to be productive. But if I'm productive or, like, exercise or whatever, things that I consider being productive, I just feel better in general. Like, physically even, because if I work out... Because, like, if I don't work out, if I'm not, like, physically active, I feel sore all over. Like, I literally am just, like, in pain. But when you're in pain, then you're, like, less likely to want to work out, and it's kind of annoying. But anyways, I guess we'll just go to this time. Let's get started, Kiki. Kitty cat. I like Kiki. She's the OG kitty cat. Boom, boom. What's up, KK? Hell yeah. Might give my new villager some hybrid flowers. That'd be cool. Nope. Play what you want. KK Aria. I don't know if I know this one. McReaver said just as a welcoming gift. That'd be cool. Waka Neo Yokio, that crappy anime made by Jaden Smith, aka the Karate Kid, the remake of the Karate Kid. I didn't realize he made an anime. That's interesting. Not sure why you were talking about it, but alright. Kind of random, just throwing it out there. This anime is shit! Cool. It's shit, nothing is good about it. It's a new thing to shit on. It's funny. Alongside the Emoji Movie. I want to watch that just for like the cringe. Like, I want to see what it's about. I got pink tulips, says McReaver. That's cool. Is that a hybrid flower? Pink? I guess so. I guess it's a combination of the white and the red. I think you can get orange ones too, which is a combination of yellow and red. You can online. Oh, I know, Waka. It's a combination of two things, where it's like, do I want to actually invest that much time into something that I've heard is complete shit? And two, kind of as like a rebuttal, is like, I want to see how bad it really is. So, the air check. It's the recording, man. The music. Later, bro. I wish you could just listen to him as long as you wanted. Just keep throwing out requests. KK Aria. Yes. I watch it when I hate myself, says Waka. God, that's ruthless. Well, alrighty, everybody. I think I'm gonna go ahead and tune out early tonight. I don't want to time hop, and I probably should just play Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley. Actually, I'm gonna do this. If you want to know what it is, find it. F3. Where the fuck is that? Hell yeah, that's like my favorite acre. Alright. It's a lot better than killing myself. You're absolutely right, Waka. That's way better than killing yourself. Yeah, definitely wouldn't recommend killing yourself to anybody, honestly. Even if somebody is like sort of a shitty person, I mean, shitty people can learn to accommodate themselves to the situations and whatnot, blah blah blah. Gimme, gimme, gimme. What is it? A ranch hutch. I want to see it. I bet it looks like shit, but I want to see it. At that point, if I feel like shit, I can learn that there's something worse than me. What a goal. Ew. It's kind of funny that you can see the like curvature of the plates. It's kind of cool. I like that. Still throwing it away though. I feel like I'd like the exotic stuff. I think that's what this is. And the chest. And even that lamp, I think. And the wallpaper. I think this as well is exotic. I put a street lamp by like 4 of my villagers' houses. Now they have a light at night. Now they can't sleep at night, you mean? No, I'm just kidding. I actually, like, I wanted to put, streetlights all along, like, my river. I never got around to doing it. I guess I just got distracted by other things, but, yeah. Whatever. Alrighty, everybody. Well, I think I'm going to tune out for the night. Thanks, everyone, for watching, that sort of thing. If you would like to and haven't, or if you'd like to keep up with me and haven't already, be sure to follow and whatnot, so you can tune in for whatever else I do in my my random antics on my stream. I typically stream each day. I'm probably going to stream tomorrow night with more Oblivion, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night, a good day tomorrow, and I will see you tomorrow night for more Oblivion. So yeah, until then, you guys take care, and yeah, bye-bye now. Bye-bye.